I'm gonna run a test very quick. Can you guys see or hear me right now? Can you guys see or hear me? Because I think there was a glitch where it said I wasn't live, but at the same time I thought I was live because some of you guys, I was talking to some of you guys. So can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can. Let me see. Maybe not. Hey, Lim, did you hear me just end the stream just a few minutes ago? Because from my point of view, it said I hadn't gone live yet, but I was sure earlier I was already live, so I don't know why it said I wasn't live yet. Hey, Liam, hope you're doing well, my man. Let's see. I can't exactly tell. So you guys can hear me, okay. Okay, well, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm pretty sure the stream is going to die because of I don't know exactly what went on here from my end. So I don't think many people are going to get the notification that I'm live. But I was live a little bit ago, and I didn't alter the stream or anything. But YouTube said I wasn't live, even though you guys saw me, I think, for the most part. Maybe not, you guys never saw me. Maybe you guys never saw me. So if you guys didn't know, I clicked go live, and I was talking to you guys for a little bit. Then my mom hit me up, and she asked for a ride to dialysis, so I left for a little bit. But I thought I told you guys on the stream, which you guys probably couldn't have seen, I guess, maybe. And then so I took my mom to dialysis and just got back, and I just talked to you guys, and I don't think anybody was listening because I think I wasn't probably fully live. And then so I asked people if they wanted any questions, and nobody answered. So I just ended the stream, but then I realized the stream, it never even said end stream, it just said go live. So I don't know if it was a glitch or something like that. Let's see. That explains it. Okay, so that's a weird stretch of events then. Okay. Alright, how to fix this? How to fix this? Let's just stick around right now. We should be fine. I think we should be fine. I'll wait to see if the stream picks up. If not, we'll just kind of have a chill little, I don't know, a little chill section. My point, I guess I've said it like 5 times now, but I guess I've been saying it to nobody because YouTube glitched out on me. Basically, I think Bitcoin's going to probably try to test out this 50 moving average right here on the 4-hour chart, and it might come back down here to about 64,000, a little bit underneath that. So that's what I'm waiting for at the moment. So that might be a decent opportunity to buy some. But if it does look like it's trying to break down below that 50, then you want to be careful and start selling off some of your altcoins. So just be careful of this. It is curling back down. We're going to wait to see if we get shorted in the next like few hours. That's what I'm waiting for. And if we get shorted, I'm going to probably look to buy some stuff here at a discounted price. Little nibbles, but still buy some stuff out here. Yeah, this is the 15. We're still just basically kind of, let me go like this. We're basically just cruising in this channel right here as far as Bitcoin's concerned. There we go. Hey, Monica. Hey, Miss K. Hey, Liam. Let's see. Okay. So I think that's what happened. Although I'm pretty sure YouTube, because of it, nobody's going to watch the stream today. But again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, the stream will probably end a little bit earlier today. So if you guys have any questions, no matter what they may be, definitely just ask. Because I don't do well when nobody's asking questions or anything like that. Hey, Mr. Roma. Hey, Mike. I finally got to enjoy your stream. I'm home for V-Day. Hey, dude, congrats. And thanks for serving, my man. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to start doing more Dave streams here. I think going forward, Monday through Friday, I'm probably going to start streaming around, I don't know the perfect time to stream, honestly. I'm thinking maybe around 8 o'clock if I can in the morning. I was thinking 10 o'clock, but then I realized how much stuff I have to do like in the mornings or you know, so I don't know. I got too much family stuff on my plate as well, so I think I'm going to start trying to stream at 8 o'clock in the morning, a little bit earlier, so you can talk a little bit more about stocks and crypto. And then in the evenings, I'll probably go from like 7 to 9 or something like that as a good evening stream time as well, Pacific time. So I'll be looking at a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Hey, Liam, that's awesome. I have not heard of Clash Royale, not at all. I'll have to definitely check it out. Hold on. I usually play some really boring games on my phone. Can I check out HD's, not Home Depot? The Home Depot. It's down a little bit today. It already had a breakout, so I'd be careful about buying it now, especially as it's testing out the 20. If anything, you're going to get prepared to buy a put here. But you would only hold it for maybe like 1 or 2 days just because of the earnings coming up November 16th, which is sometime, when is that? Next Tuesday. So that's what I'd be looking at right now, unless you, hold on, let's see. Support right here. Somewhat of a very small flag like that. And so I'd buy on the breakout above this level, or I'd be shorting if it broke down below this $364 level, in particular this 20-day moving average here. That's what I'd be looking at as far as Home Depot is concerned. As far as long-term hold, I like Home Depot's long-term hold because I always know more and more people getting more active into do-it-yourself type of projects, not just the contractors that they have, because they have a lot of contractors that shop at Home Depot. But I think overall it's still good. If you're looking to buy though, I'd be waiting for it to break out above this level, or if I want to buy some puts, I'd be waiting for it to break down below 364 as it's breaking down below the 20 moving average here. There we go. Let's see. Hey Ahmed, my man, hope you're doing well. Let's see. It's a fun little game. I'll definitely have to put it on my phone. It's just been a long day and I'm just like about to pass out. It's only like 11 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Hey Ahmed, what, double top on Shiba right now? Uh-oh. Oh, is he gonna short this sucker? Let me see. That's decent. I'd have some fun with this one right now. On the 15, I'd want to see a nice little breakout right here if I was on Sheeb. Even though it doesn't look like it's a really clear breakout because it would have went tap, tap, tap there, but let's see. If any of you guys, I know some of you guys made some money on Sheeb buying at the support here yesterday, around here or around here, so I'm happy you guys made some good money off of that play. Let me go back over here to Doge. There we go. Hey Malik, how am I doing? I'm okay. It's been a long morning. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm drinking tea to help me relax me though. YouTube's been kind of glitching out on me this morning as well. I went live at 10:20 and I talked for a while, then realized that even though I clicked the go live button, YouTube had glitched where it was like the go live button was like fogged, like I already clicked on it, but it never actually went live. So I started talking to people that like didn't know I was actually live. And then after that, what happened is my mom hit me up to drive her to dialysis because she didn't want to drive in the heavy rain right now. And so that was in the middle of my stream. So I told all of you guys, I'm so sorry. I have to go leave. I have to go leave and help her out. But I guess nobody actually saw that because nobody could see that I was live. And then so I took her to dialysis and I came rushing back here expecting it people like were kind of watching the stream and waiting, only to realize when I got back that the stream never went live in the first place. And I'm like, okay, boy, it's going to be one of those types, one of those days. But that's why there's only 37 people on the stream right now, guys. Technically, the stream started at 10:20, but I didn't hop on technically until just like 5 minutes ago or something like that. Let's see. Hey, Monica. Let me take a peek at it. PGNY. Yeah, Pigney didn't look too good yesterday. Right now, yeah. I remember saying, watch to see how it performs against this this trend line right here. Pigney is something you might sell off before the end of the day, especially if it looks like it's going to close below this level. Otherwise, if it decides to hold, you might want to try to wait for it to pop back off. But the way the market's looking, it might be okay to take your profits, take your loss off Pigney at the moment. As far as the 8 FTNT, this is something that can come back. It usually does. Because this thing has just been a trooper. I mean, like, again, this thing has just been a complete trooper over the, like, this is all the way, this is from November of 2020. It's just gone up straight, like, for a while now. So this can recover. The short term here, though, is you are riding this trend line. You saw how it bounced up a little bit this morning, so bouncing off of here. If it falls down below this trend line, you probably want to cut your losses and sell as well. But I am glad that you were able to make some money off of the, which one was it? Hasbro. I was looking at Hasbro this morning and I saw it started off low, but it ended up coming back up a little bit more. So Hasbro's looking okay here. It's probably going to try to keep on grinding up to $101, hopefully here. So hopefully this thing can keep moving. But this is the 5. We're just slowing down a little bit. Hopefully it's able to continue. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. Hey Neil, if you wanted to buy into Dogecoin, the best thing I could say, and you wanted to get to a good price, you should put stop losses down. The majority of the people that were able to buy Doge at these levels down here, they had stop losses because they knew they weren't going to be able to trade at that exact moment in time. So depending on what type of account you have, I would just not stop loss, a limit order. I would have a limit order down here, so if it ever comes back down here and you're asleep or something like that, it would just trigger. So that's the best way to do it for Dogecoin. I don't know the next time it's going to come back down here to like 23.5 cents, to be honest. But, you know, right now it's still a decent opportunity to buy. But it sounds like you already have a good position into it. On the sidelines, any tips about... yeah, if you want to buy more Doge, you can. But I would look for something else that hasn't popped yet and use that for more day trading. The money you put into Doge at the moment is definitely going to be money you're holding for. You're going to be holding for this for a while if you're waiting for those big gains. As far as day trading Doge goes, you're probably going to wait for a significant amount of volume to come up, like right here. You're going to be actively watching it catch onto this igniter candle, which is right here, and then you're just going to ride this sucker up for a little bit and see how much profit you make. But this is only about 2% profit if you actually follow that method. So you got to be careful about how long you want to be holding Doge for. But if you wanted to, I'd put a limit order down like for 24 cents or something like that. So if it triggers, you can buy in, and that way you don't have to wait for it. You can just, you know, wait for whenever Doge gets back down to 24 cents or 25 cents. You could definitely think about buying back in there. Especially because Bitcoin at the moment, if you look at the 4-hour chart, looks like it's trying to curl down here a little bit. So if it does end up curling down and hitting this 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, you may see Dogecoin and other altcoins take a little bit of a dip. But for now, let's just kind of see what happens here. There we go. And pop that right back up here. Hey, Lim, you can send empty messages? Oh, I did not know that. Hello, Grosso. Yeah, right now it's still a point of sitting and waiting. I'm waiting to see if we break out of this channel or if we're able to break down from the channel. At the moment, it's we're waiting for whales to make their move. Both whales that are shorting and going long, they're both just kind of watching everything go down, and then just like they're just waiting for one of them to blink. So that's what we're waiting for. I mean, we've been in this channel for a while, since last night, right? So yesterday evening. So this is definitely just taking its time. But you know, during these times, you usually you might see stuff that pops off by its own. So if you want to look for something that has a little bit of momentum, definitely worth checking out. Let's see. Hey, Showtime LRC. LRC USD. Let's go from Coinbase. I would not be buying now because I'm definitely not going to chase this sucker because it's already kind of rallied up a few times here. The price is good. It's up 8%. If you are holding, it's still an okay opportunity to hold. I would say on the 4-hour, if it does dip below the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, I would sell my position on this one. But for now, I think it's okay. I think it's probably going to consolidate for the next few hours here and then try to bounce off of this 21st. But if it doesn't, I would definitely be selling off my position, or at least a portion of that position. Let me go over to the 15 to see what's going on short term here. I mean, same thing, yeah. You're looking for this breakout. If you guys do want to buy in here for more of a day trade, not like be holding for multiple days, bouncing off of the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart, and you have this this trend line coming down here, I would be buying up here on the breakout if you guys didn't want to get in here. And then if you guys wanted to short, like I just said, if it breaks down below the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, I would definitely consider shorting this one at the moment at the LRC. But for now, it's still in a good position. It could definitely have a bullish pennant breakout here, but it's going to take some time on this one, it looks like, unless whales coming in and start really pumping stuff up out of nowhere. It's you know what, this is the last plus day. This is 1 day and 8 hours worth of time, so this is definitely going to take a little bit more time, but it does have the opportunity to go higher. If you're looking to buy into this, you can buy as it taps the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, or as it breaks it above this trend line. Both are good opportunities. The breakout, I put more money behind the breakout, but I could still put a little bit of money behind that bounce play. There we are. Hey, Erica, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, I just saw it just now, but I really do appreciate the super chat very, very much, Erica. Thank you very, very, very much. And if you have any questions, you know what to, who to ask. Oh, let's see right here. Let's see. Happy Veterans Day, Ghost. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, Swin, as far as Doge is going right now, you want to be patient for Doge. Doge is something you put some money in, you just got to be patient with it and got to wait. I know it's kind of like the least exciting play at the moment because it doesn't really do much besides these mini pops. Then it kind of goes back down and kind of rinse and repeat strategy there. But for the most part, you just have to be patient with Doge. And as far as, hey, Thomas, what I think about Matic, did break down. It did tap on the 50-day moving average for the most part. I wouldn't be buying this at the moment. I'd be being a little bit patient. I would say it's probably like, so what I think is going to happen eventually is I think Bitcoin's going to try to curl back down and test out this 50 moving average, which means coming back down to around 64,000. I think you're going to see a lot of altcoins come down a little bit more after that. And so I'm thinking be careful and just be observant of your altcoins because, you know, I could be wrong here and we may not come back down to the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. But if we do, just be aware that some of your altcoins may take a hit. So if you guys wanted to put some stop losses up right now, it wouldn't be a horrible idea. But as far as I think what Matic is concerned, I think it's okay, but there's nothing here saying you should be buying it. Holding, fine. But as far as buying is concerned, no. Most people that bought Matic yesterday were the people that had limit orders down here. It's like, you know, 160, 155 or whatnot. That would have been a good limit order placement because then if you bought right around there, like 155 or so, well, let me just go to 160. You'd still be up about 8% at the moment. But if you're buying right now, we could still have another dip, especially as Bitcoin is looking a little bit weaker on the 4-hour chart at least. How does actually Bitcoin look on the 2-hour chart? Yeah, even on the 2-hour chart, it's still looking a little bit weaker here. So we'll be patient in waiting it out, though. I don't mind waiting for Bitcoin to make a move one way or the other. We're pretty much just waiting for whales to either heavily short this or heavily buy this. Either way, you can make some money on it, but, you know, the way we all think about Bitcoin, we prefer if it went up. Hey, Chef. Hey, I'm happy you're making some good money on those Disney calls. I'm really happy about that, my man. Let's see. Hey, Ghost. Do I think AMC will ever pop? I think it will. The one thing that was really bad is you did see this breakout occur right up here, only for the earnings to smack it down. I think it can pop for sure, but it's better just to own some shares of this. Not a lot, but just own some shares, and if it ever goes up, you're going to be looking okay. But now that the trend line has totally changed because of this breakout and moving down, so now the next opportunity to buy it is right up here, which is like in the $43 range. I'm probably going to lose money on my calls that I had because there's no way it's going to expire. It's going to hit $95 or anywhere close to that before my expiration next Friday. But it was definitely worth a little bit of a fun play there. I do think eventually AMC is going to pop. But man, oh man, it seems like a lot of these traditional meme stocks that have popped off, the market has figured out how to control them a little bit easier to not cause so much chaos in the general stock market. There was some of you guys know this, most of you guys probably don't. A lot of hedge funds have paid people to actually like go into Wall Street bets and make reports about what people are talking about, so they know what to have money ready for in order if they want to short the stock down as it's moving up. So hedge funds have a strategy now. So if they are like, if there's a hedge fund that specializes in shorting, they now have a small department that focuses on protecting their assets from short squeeze people on Wall Street bets. It's kind of how the market has adapted. You can kind of see it a little bit more about how every once in a while these plays have good breakout days, but they're still nothing parabolic, compared to what we saw earlier in the year with GameStop and all these other plays as well. So for the moment, I think AMC can, but you're gonna have to be patient with it as well. So much so that I would only be buying AMC on the breakouts, having a little bit of fun to see what happens after that. But for the most part, I think a lot of hedge funds have the Wall Street Bets community figured out, and just because the Wall Street Bets, the Reddit format is everybody can see everything, it's much harder for people to formulate a plan. Before, Wall Street Bets was under the radar, it wasn't popular, it wasn't famous or anything like that. Now it's how do you want to say it? Now, again, hedge funds have people watching what people say on Reddit, which is a weird concept, but it helps protect their assets. Let's see. Anyway, looking at the Bitcoin week chart, feels like it only has a couple of weeks more before it starts heading down again. Any thoughts? We can take a quick peek at it as far as the weekly chart's concerned. There you go. Let me actually hop out of Bitcoin on this one. Let me go to another Bitcoin chart. Let's go to Coinbase. Alright, this is the weekly chart. I think right now it still looks fine. At the moment, though, it looks like the way it wants to work out is probably go for like another week sideways, and it looks like it wants to try to break out here. We still got 3 more days here. Currently at support at the moment here, but that's not too important. Overall, this definitely, I think this actually wants to surge up here a little bit more, but that could just be my bullish nature. If you want to see where Bitcoin can come back down to on the weekly chart, just as the daily chart, it can definitely come back down here to $57,000 over the next few weeks and things like that. This is the trend line that I would observe the most when it comes to Bitcoin. But again, we have had some down weeks like this, and I'm okay with that because once we end up continuing to surge on. So if Bitcoin does want to take a little bit of a breather, it hasn't signified that just yet, but if it does, I'd be okay with that as far as my long-term positions. As far as my short-term and like my swing plays, I'd probably be selling out if it did end up breaking down. But for the moment, I don't see it's going to be anything crazy. Usually, what happens in these moments is either goes sideways or it tries to have a big rally and then it decides to have a big downward motion. Think about like this, right? Came up quite a bit, consolidated, then boom. But we haven't had we haven't had this shape in a while though. So, how's the monthly looking? This is the monthly. I'm hoping the monthly feels a lot more bullish to me because look, we just had a big rally. Doesn't it usually continue on? So I'm hoping for the month we're still okay. That's what I'm looking at right here. Nice little spike. Now I don't know, maybe 80,000, 90,000. I know there's that one group on YouTube that says it's going to go to 90,000 with pretty good. They're pretty accurate about how they've been. I forget how to say the words, but they predict it's going up to like 90,000 plus, and I can see that happening after this on the monthly chart here as it tries to push up even higher here. I mean, that could be pretty crazy though, so we'll see. But I am overall pretty bullish on Bitcoin at this moment in time. Let's see. Short term though, we might have a little bit of a fight on our hands, but I'm not worried about that. Click this right here. 15. There we are. Oh yeah, the stream's coming to life. Okay, that was a weird glitch on YouTube. I'm happy the stream came to life all of a sudden. Let's see. Bought a house on AMC. Now I'm waiting for the mega pop to buy a yacht to move to Hawaii. Ooh, that sounds really nice. Funny enough, there's so many yachts in downtown Seattle and all the harbors, but I feel so bad because in the summer we're fine, and this year we're actually really good because of all the sunshine we had and the lack of rain. But in the fall, I mean, those boats just must get rained on all the time. All the time. Ooh, what's right there? Okay. Let's see. Hey, no worries, Showtime. I'm happy we had some more thoughts, my man. I'm happy we had some more thoughts. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Oma, can you check out BKKT? I bought call. Hey, let me see. BKKT. So this is a YOLO play. You're buying up. Well, not so much. You're buying off of the 20 moving average. It looks like here, and what do you have to do? 28 strike, expiring on the 26th. Good choice. Good choice for those calls. For now, I think you're fine. What you just want to make sure is that it doesn't break down below this 20 here. I'm gonna have to deep dive into like the 4 hour and plus to actually see what the real support levels are, because this thing is just being so volatile. I think short term, your first price target is going to be somewhere around $32.64. Once it hits around $30, if it does hit around $30 in the next few days, I would consider starting to scale out there just a little bit. I don't know how many calls you got. If you want to sell, you don't have to. And then from there, I'd be more inclined to hold if it was able to break above the 20. But right now, this could just be a small bump that leads to continuing to go back down and testing out the 50. So just make sure if it does go up, you at least take out a little bit of profit just to make sure you at least break even, if not make a little bit more money, and then the rest of the calls you can let them ride off, especially because you do have them pretty close to the money, which is like a few cents away at this point. And on top of that, they don't expire until all the way out here, which gives you plenty of time to let this ride up higher if it does want to squeeze a little bit more going forward. So I think you're okay at the moment. That big thing you're seeing right now is a nice bounce off of the 20-day moving average, which is just on time, on point, boom, like that. So I think overall you're fine. Just be careful. This thing is a pretty volatile stock, as you can imagine just from looking at this chart here. If you do have a day that looks like this, or a big fantastic green day, I would probably be out. Like, I would sell 80 to 90% of my overall position and then see what happens. This was a green day, this was a red, but at least it gapped up. So if you would have sold up here, you still would have made more money. So even on here after that green day as well. So if you do wait for that big green day, which could definitely happen before the 26th, I would probably be out like 80 to 90% of all my calls on this position right here. But I think overall it's fine, especially since it looks like you bought at a really good time bouncing off the 20-day moving average. There we go. Hey Ryan, can't watch him at work, but I want to say cheers and happy Veterans Day. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Happy Veterans Day to you guys. You as well, excuse me. You guys, I mean everybody. Let's see. Hey, so when Doge making symmetrical and it's already breakout is only retest, right? As far as the Dogecoin breakout, it hasn't happened just yet. We have one opportunity for a breakout right here, which may come in the next few days, and then we have another opportunity which may come like next week for a larger breakout there. But for now, Dogecoin is slowly grinding on here over this trend line right there. As long as it continues to follow this trend line, I'm not too concerned about Doge. But it seems like, let me see. If I can delete this now, I'll put it back up in a second. This is Doge's current pennant, as long as it may look. Here, hold on a second. Settings. I want to extend that red line so it keeps on going up. There we are. This is the pennant for Doge. This thing may not even break out until February of 2022. Now, I think it's definitely going to happen a little bit sooner than that, but I mean, that's what this current pennant looks like. There are a bunch of other pennants where it comes down a little bit earlier, like I just showed you guys with that orange line. But if you just point from this point right here to this point right here, this is the breakout level that's really going to be the big one. Hopefully, it may even break out of there and then come back down. We really don't know, just because Dogecoin, it usually pops then drops. But this is that large pennant that you're looking for. You might be able to see a little bit better on the weekly chart, maybe. Yeah, here's the weekly chart. Looks a little bit more like this. It looks like we're coming down a little bit. Looks like next week we'll probably maybe even go up even higher, and then eventually we'll get squeezed. We don't always break out at the very end of it, but hopefully we can break out in like the next 3 weeks as we curl back up. There'll be a nice opportunity to see that happen, especially if Bitcoin's at all-time highs at that level as well. Because we looked at the monthly chart, and the monthly chart would suggest that by the end of this month, we're still going to go up quite a bit, hopefully up to 80,000, 90,000 plus for Bitcoin. Let me see right here. So that may speed along Dogecoin's progress towards not having a nice boom. But again, until Dogecoin shows me that it can break out and hold, I'm not sure if I'm going to be, how much people are going to be trading it. What people will need to see is Dogecoin break out, go boom, stay up high for a little bit, then break out again on top of that. That's going to really get people's attention, and that's when people are going to start throwing the kitchen sink at it, kind of similar to what they just did with Sheeb or what they did with Dogecoin back in April, May. Hey, Mr. Roma, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, man. Let's see. Hey, Sean, any analysis on Sheeb? Sheeb's doing okay at the moment. I wouldn't recommend buying it now. I told you guys it would be worth buying it down here yesterday, but it's kind of popped off since then and kind of ran into a little bit of trouble along the 50 moving average here. Because even though it managed to close above it, if you look at the daily chart, it ran smack dab into the 20-day moving average and got rejected from that. So at the moment, if you're looking for an opportunity to buy Sheeb, maybe it's up here if it breaks out above this level at the moment if you're looking for more of a trade. Otherwise, you could buy right now, but you do want to use this trend line as your stop loss for Sheeb just to protect yourself, because you don't know if it's going to continue breaking down and come down to, to 4.314 or even lower than that if it does end up breaking down below this trend line. This trend line is the big thing for Sheeb at the moment, so if it comes down close, that's going to be an opportunity to buy it, but you want to have a pretty tight stop loss on this, okay? But I wouldn't recommend buying it at the moment, personally. That's why I told you guys if you guys wanted to buy some stuff, buy it yesterday. I put out a video yesterday saying that, but I don't think many people actually got the notification that I was there. There we are. What's XLM? Oh, XLM took a big nasty hit over the last few hours as well. Jesus, whew. What's this doing at the moment, though? Is it climbing at least? 15. There we go. It's bouncing off the... It's booming above the 200. Oh, yeah, aluminum could be a nice little buy right now. Yeah, no worries, Swin. Happy to help you out. Alright, let me take a quick peek here. What's popping today? Last 24 hours. OMG network has moved up a little bit. ADA's moved up, or excuse me, KDA's up a little bit as well. Sheeb's up because I thought bounce and Zen as well. So, okay. There are definitely some moves here to be watching. Anything down, really? No. What's down the most today? AR, Algo, BTG, ICP, of course. How has ICP been doing? We don't talk about it too much, but how has it been doing? Oh, this is an old trend line from all the way back over here. Yeah, okay. Oh, old support level, excuse me. ICP. Yeah, just yowza. This thing has just not been performing too well. Okay, well, yeah, not much I can say about this one. Yowza. Oh, well, their fault for overvaluing it at the open point. That's what I'd be looking at as far as a trend line for ICP. This thing is, how far has it gone since its all-time lows down here? It's up about 80%. That's not too bad relative to a lot of other coins. It's not too bad at all. It's kind of in that below average but not bad range. So hopefully this can have somewhat of a breakout. It looks like it tried to have a breakout, but it kind of failed over the last few times here, especially with Bitcoin taking that dip yesterday. Yeah, this could be an opportunity for some of you guys if you guys do like to buy ICP. It's not too much of my type of play just because of how they overvalue themselves so heavily in the beginning. Like, imagine being the... I'm not even going to go to the wick here, but just imagine being that poor soul that bought it on opening day at like $352, and you're looking at like 87% loss right now off of ICP after all that. That's why I don't like when they overvalue themselves and when they open up. Better just to open up low and have a small market cap and let the true believers buy, and at least people can make money. The only people that made money off of ICP are the ones that were in ICP before it actually became available on the market, which I don't think is all too fair. In just normal trading circles at least. And you are seeing Ethereum coming back up a little bit as well, guys. Ethereum's been looking pretty darn nice. The grind is continuing. I really don't see too many problems for crypto going forward here, unless Bitcoin really takes a heavy drop. For now, though, everything else looks pretty darn nice. Matic looks fine as well. Okay, let me go back over here. Let's see what's going on. There we are. All right. Hey, Hiram, man is up. Oh, that's nice to see, my man. And DGB, yeah, I know Secret shorted DGB earlier today. Doge might fall 18-cent range again, looking for entry there. You can definitely put down a limit order if you wanted to try that out. Hey, Heaton, good morning. Have you talked about the stall out of Bitcoin, aka the slaughter of the longs? Various opinions on what's happening, both positive and negative opinions, please. Bear trap. This could be more of a bull trap at the moment. Like what I'm expecting to happen here, Heaton, is what I think may happen here. Right now, it looks like we may curl back down and try to test out this 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. I'm waiting to see if that happens. If the bears don't short us heavily, then we can try to start curling back up here and try to like then just start going sideways a little bit more. But for now, normally what happens after these big drops like this, we end up taking a hit. We buy it back up a little bit and then we come back down even more. So what I'm looking at the moment is Bitcoin going to stop at the 50 down here, or are we going to come down to this trend line down here where Bitcoin may come back down to like 61,000 and a half, 62,000 area? If that happens, you better believe I'm going to be loading up on a bunch of altcoins, because while Bitcoin may fall just, let's see, 6% from where it is now, maybe even 5%, because it might take a few days to get there, you're going to see altcoins take like a 20 to 30% hit. Maybe not that drastic, but maybe 10 to 20% hit. And those are going to be great buying opportunities for a lot of the altcoins. The only thing is the altcoins are going to be really messed up as far as their own technicals. But that's just because, Bitcoin controls a lot of the altcoins movements. And that's just kind of the way we've been dealing with it over the past few years. But, that's what I think is where we're headed at the moment. So that's why I've been telling people, just make sure you have some stop losses in place just in case there's a rapid drop off while you're sleeping or whatnot. And again, this is a 4-hour chart, so every single candle bar is 4 hours, so it definitely takes time for these moves to happen. But I could definitely see this happening, a nice little curl down happening sometime over the next few days. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I'm just kind of preparing myself if it does. And if it ends up, bouncing off of the 50 here, all the best. Let's ride it up and let's go even higher, especially if it's able to break out above this channel that it's in now at about $65,563. So I think I'll be fine. Because I don't think we're going to come all the way back down here to this major trend line. I think this major trend line will be more of a factor after we've reached some type of all crazy new all-time highs and the market has another big crashing motion. I think that bottom of the next bull market will be somewhere around there at let's say anywhere from like 55, let's say, where are we at right here? Yeah, maybe $55,000 to $65,000 would be the bottom of the next bull thing, unless we break down below this, and then who knows what's going to happen. But that's what I'm thinking right now, Heaton. Because especially what I'm looking at right now on the day chart is one green day after two pretty bad red days. Or not horrible days, but pretty bad red day. We might come up here a little bit more to try to relax or whatnot. I'm hoping that happens. But this 20-day moving average is creeping right around here, so we may have an opportunity to bounce off of that if we do break down below the 50 here. But you're going to see altcoins take a dip if that does happen. And then on the weekly chart, we're trying to curl up a little bit more. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. And then, but on the daily it looks a little bit more pessimistic. On the monthly, though, I'm still bullish on the month because look at this. We had a nice long green candle. Usually, when we have this a nice green candle like that, we usually have a continuing candle where we have another green month here, which is November currently, right? And then from there, December may be down. Let's hope not, but that can definitely cause a problem. The thing is, for most months, you usually have a somewhat of a wick. Last month, we were kind of like, as soon as the month started, November, we just kept on going up throughout the rest of the month. This one, it may be a little bit more tricky. It may have a more of a wick that comes down here, then booms up. Got to be patient with it. But right now, I'm just making sure if we do have any types of dips or dumps, whatever you want to call them, that I'm just I'm watching specifically the 20-day moving average, the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and those are going to let me know if I need to be worried about my altcoins or if they're taking some pretty heavy hits. Both moving averages are opportunities to take small open positions. If you haven't already, I would definitely consider having some limit orders in place on whatever your favorite crypto is, just to make sure if it does dip down to those lower levels, you're able to scoop them up. And that's what I told you guys. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday when Bitcoin took that dump, I put out a video pretty darn quickly. I don't know if many of you guys actually saw it because I know most of you guys are at work, but I told you guys it'd be worth buying your altcoins while the price was down at this low level. And some of you guys did, which was awesome. I know some of you guys didn't see the video, but it would have been the perfect time to be buying down here because a lot of technicals said it was like, oh, we're testing the trend lines. We should buy some. And now your profits wouldn't have been so huge. Like, for Bitcoin, it might only be like 2%, maybe a little bit higher if you wanted to sell up here around 3%. Most people probably wouldn't have. Sheeb was pretty nice for that buying opportunity because if you look at Sheeb on the 30-minute chart. Oh, oh, hold on. This is the wrong thing right here. Sheeb. Yeah. And look, right there, Sheep tapped right on the trend line. This trend line was here before that breakdown happened. It was off of the tap way down here and then, further back. And so, right on that breakdown would have been a perfect opportunity to buy. And then, boom, it's been going up. Now it's been dying down a little bit, but it died down first and it kind of soared up a little bit. So I'm waiting to see if shorts are going to give up on shorting Sheep at the moment, let the bulls take one more rally run up here, or if we're going to continue to go down as far as Sheep's concerned. But regardless, that buying opportunity presented itself very well off of that Bitcoin breakdown. And so I'd be doing technical analysis on some of your favorite altcoins and just making sure that you guys are prepared to make any small buying positions. You don't have to go huge, but something much smaller, I think it'd be definitely worth just kind of sprinkling some limit orders around. Whether you're on Robinhood, Webull, whatever, since you guys have limited day trades, it would definitely be wise to kind of, take some limit order positions at discounted prices. Less than what you guys are thinking. So if you guys are thinking about like a, let me see something that actually has like decent numbers. Like maybe something for Matic. Don't have a limit order down here at 154. Maybe have a limit order down at 145 or something like that. Just in case we do see a big dip here for Bitcoin, you guys are just prepared. But even if Bitcoin wasn't looking like kind of like it wanted to come down a little bit, I still have those limit orders in place just to protect myself from any, or not to protect myself, but just to make sure if there's any ever crash, I can get some cheap coins. Because usually after we have the big dips like this, they have a pretty steady rebound, like what we saw yesterday. Went all the way down to 62,500-ish, and now, and then it came back up to, I think, like 66,000. Then it came back down here currently to 65,000-ish. So that's how I normally play these bad boys out. Let's see. There we are. But for the moment, Bitcoin's just going sideways. So we got to wait for these shorts or the longs to take control of that price movement. But if probably more negative short term than positive. To get down to like the question. Hey Loki, come over here. Thank you, boy. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Let's see. Any thoughts on STMX? At the moment, it's been going down over the past few days. It's nice to see it have a short rebound, or a small rebound. So it's playing around with this trend line pretty darn heavily. I don't like that personally. But it's still an okay opportunity to buy since it is actually resting above its 200 daily moving average. What I was hoping for, even though it didn't come to pass, we did have a slight golden cross right here, and nothing really happened off of it. And it looks like we may have a death cross here pretty soon if STMX doesn't fix itself. So what I'm looking at the moment is I still have some. I bought some as it came down here. I haven't sold it off just yet. The trend line is the stop loss for me. Or no, I have a 10% trailing stop loss on it. So here, I didn't buy it. I bought on the trend line. I didn't buy below it. So I might lose up to 5% or so of my value. Oh no, it went up a little bit higher. So hold on. There, 6%. Yeah. So I may lose like 4% at the most at the moment, unless it goes up even higher. But as far as I see STMX at the moment, I just wanted to continue holding and then trying to bounce off. What I'm concerned about for this one and many other altcoins at the moment is you see STMX right here, you see Ethereum right here, you see Matic. Matic's actually doing okay at the moment. ADA is doing okay. You're seeing a lot of coins testing out these trend lines right here. And then if Bitcoin falls, you're going to see a lot of these coins take tumbles as well, which I don't want to see, but you are seeing a lot of these coins kind of hovering around different trend lines. This one, not too much. This one doesn't really matter all too much. It's more of a short-term trading position. But here for Luna, it's still pretty close to its trend line, so it could definitely come down a little bit more here. Some are going to be better than others. Something like Luna that still is a little bit further away from its trend line, maybe the trend line will be a buying opportunity. But for stuff like STMX and Ethereum, which are so close to their different trend line, you may see some larger breakdowns. Same with Ethereum. Now Ethereum's major trend line is way down here, but the short-term one, where it's been grinding on the last few weeks, we're still pretty close to that one. So if we break down below that one, we're going to have a support level around $4,374, and then if that breaks down, oh boy, then we might come back down to the 50, or more likely somewhere around here, like to 4,200, something around there. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on a lot of these altcoins right now. XLM, what's XLM doing? Oh, it's doing okay. All right. And then Sheep's still cooling off a little bit, it looks like, from earlier. All right. Hey, Heaton, your sentimentals are more in line with what I'm seeing as well. Good idea on picking up some possible good buys. Yeah, no worries. And I'm happy with somewhere aligned. I hate not being able to say Bitcoin's going to the moon every week, but yeah, it looks like we're a little heavy on the moment. But you know, whales haven't struck yet, so we still have an opportunity. But you know, guys, if whales do strike and we end up going down, I'll make sure to hop on the live and talk you through what's going on. But hopefully, since you guys are watching the stream, you guys will have had some idea of what my thoughts are as far as Bitcoin's concerned. And the one thing is, this Friday after I stream, I'm going to be streaming from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then right after that, I'm going to go hang out with a friend I haven't hung out with like in a couple months now, and we're going to go down to the casino. I think we're going to like the Emerald Queen Casino or something like that. So should be fairly interesting to kind of go out and have a little bit of a gamble. I'll have fun with it. I'll probably only going to spend like a couple hundred bucks at it when I go there. But you know, I haven't been gambling in a long time because of COVID. So it'll be pretty fun. So besides Friday night, even if I have to do it on my days off, Saturday, Sunday, I will definitely come on the live stream and talk with you what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't happen Friday night. That'd be a very douchey move by the way, the whales. Yeah, no worries, David. Happy to help you out. Hey Hansa, good advice. I'm always putting low orders. Good. To be honest, that's good, my man. Yesterday picked up a Sheeb. Picked up a Sheeb because of your video. Thanks a lot. Any thoughts on VET? Let me take a peek at it. And I'm happy I was able to help you make some money. I'm getting more comfortable talking about the crypto markets and like giving you guys my personal advice about how I'd play stuff. I know I would do that eventually, but during these like critical moments where like people are kind of freaking out, I'm feeling more comfortable just saying, hey, right now is a good opportunity to buy. But most people don't listen to my opportunities because most people don't like to buy during a red day because it's so much more scary. Because like, is it going to keep on going down, etc. And so I do my best just to kind of guide people through those kind of panicky times. But as far as VET is concerned, let's go to maybe KuCoin. Oof, cold all of a sudden. Gotta start drinking some of this hot tea. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Hold on, I did something wrong here. This is the long 3x. Much better. Okay. As far as this is concerned, I wouldn't be chasing it at the moment. There we go, right here. Trend line, it's pretty far away from the trend line. That's not a bad thing, but it is a little overextended at the moment. You know, if you wanted to hold on to this, you could. I'd be more inclined to take some profits off the table, especially if you bought somewhere down here and leave some in there. You might be able to find a better buying opportunity, especially if it comes back down to the 20 moving average. Let me look at the 4 hour for you though. Coming down here a little bit more. If you wanted a sell signal, if it does break down below the 50 moving average on the 4 hour chart, I would consider selling some of my position off just to lock in some gains. And I wouldn't be using it too much as a buying opportunity right now, just because this thing has come up quite a bit and it looks like it needs to take a little bit of a breather. It's only up about 0.29%, so it's not a crazy amount, but this thing could really use a breather, and it is a little overextended from its trend line. Let me see on the 2 hour. On the 2 hour, is there a trend line I can use here? Maybe something like this. if I wanted to buy some, I'd be buying it down here once it gets down below the 200 on the 2-hour chart. Not too, this isn't too important, but more importantly, I'd be buying down here to try to tap and then boom, kind of like how we do with Sheeb at the moment. That's what I'd be looking at right there. For now, looks fine. Personally, you know, I might be taking some off the table here, but you know, and if you wanted to buy in for the first time, I'd be buying close to that trend line I just told you about. There we go, right here. I want Sheeb to keep on grinding up here. Hey, yeah, I will be having the option stream. It'll be around, okay, hold on. It'll be around 10 a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Pacific time is when it's going to happen. So, pretty much, I think that's going to be the standard time. The only thing is, so and today, my day has been kind of all over the place. So I started my stream at 10:20, and then what happened was I clicked, like, I don't know if you guys can see this right here. There's like this button right here that says end stream, but before I actually start the stream, it actually has the button start stream. I clicked on it, and it kind of went foggy, which normally means you click on it, right? Like if I clicked on this right here, it doesn't go foggy. I'm not going to end the stream yet because I'm still talking to you guys. But what ended up happening is it said it was going live, but it never actually went live. So it went live on here so I could see myself talking and everything. But you guys were never able to see me on here. And then what ended up happening was my mother asked me to take her to dialysis. And so I told all of you guys I was going to dialysis, but nobody heard me. And so because of that, I got back around here maybe, you know, a while ago now. I guess maybe back close to like to 10:40 or something like that. No, maybe even like 11 o'clock. And then, only then, I noticed the problem. So I had to refresh the page, then hit go live again, and then everybody saw that my video was live. But most of the people were actually here earlier on. Like if you scroll up on the comments, you'll see that Secret Fish and LaPush and those guys were all here in the morning as soon as I went live. And then boom, nobody knew what was happening. And then I go back and read it. They had no idea I was live at the first place. So it's been a pretty long morning. But tomorrow I'm taking my sister to school. I'm not taking my mom to dialysis, so 10 a.m. in the morning should be a good time for the option stream. And it'll be about, you know, 1 to 2 hours of the same type of stuff. We'll see how everything really performed. None of my options really bought. The only option I think that went through for me was, I'm gonna find my phone here, because we okay, chiropractic smart, that's fine. What ended up happening was I was a little too cheap. Oh, the only one that worked out for me was my that went through was my Riot calls, but my Riot calls are down 8% so far. I only bought 10 of them though. My CHPT is up 67%, not as much as it was before, I don't think. So I'm still being patient on those ones. And my AMC ones are down like 75% because they're YOLO plays. But it was fun to try to play AMC. The earnings didn't work out though. I was hoping that during the earnings report for AMC they'd have some type of nugget of news in there. Apparently there was like no good news at all. Hey, no worries. And remember, for tomorrow night, even though it's more of a crypto stream, members can ask any type of question they want whenever they want to ask it. And I'm usually I'm pretty open to helping everybody out. It's okay, boy. Loki's been a little bit of a baby today. I found his sweet spot for scratching him though. It's right above his back right hip. He just freaking goes nuts on it. Scratch. Oh yeah. Hey, that's hot. Don't do that. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so no matter what time, feel free to ask me. Tomorrow though, I have to admit, if you guys do want to watch some of the options, me do my options thing, finding options, for like the first like 20 minutes, it's going to be dedicated to me talking to you guys a little bit, but mostly going through my progressions. I feel like since last time was my first options video, I had no idea how to kind of structure it. And I didn't like the fact that I was trying to do some stuff and then people started asking questions and then how do I say it? And then I kind of just like lost track of what I was personally doing because everybody else was asking me about their plays. So I think I'm going to start going like my plays first, and then, you know, I'll make my list, and then we'll do some technical analysis on that list. Well, I'll do the technical analysis on those plays with you guys, and then along with your plays. So it'll be a little bit of everything. I think that'd be a good way to go. But yeah, so that's my plan for tomorrow. But if you can't make it to the 10 a.m., don't worry about it. All right. Does anybody else? There's like 88 people watching right now, a little bit less than normal. But if any of you guys have any questions on any particular crypto or stock or options play, let me know, guys. I'd be happy to help you guys out. Otherwise, I'll end the stream. But I'm pretty sure somebody usually has a question about now. I'll give it like a minute or so, something like that. Let me see what's going on. Make a move right here. Because you are seeing some movement in the altcoins. The altcoins are looking, all the altcoins are getting a little bit of a pump here. A little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah. So I do like to see that right there. Hopefully Bitcoin's going to get a move here. What are we looking at? Yeah, we're not too bad at the moment. Bitcoin's breaking, on the 30, it's breaking above the 50, which is why everything's kind of going a little bit hot here. On the 5, oops. Oh, we bounced off the 50. Okay, that's fine. 200. There you go. Yeah, Bitcoin's on a steady grind. Very, very steady grind right here. Hopefully it's able to continue. Hopefully. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, everybody. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys at 7 p.m. Pacific time tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And again, if you guys have any questions down the road, feel free to ask me during my next stream. Thanks again, everybody.